A man from the Orange Walk district is dead, and police continue their investigation into the circumstances surrounding his death. We have this report from correspondent Arturo Cantun.
Orange Walk police is investigating what seems to be a freak accident that has claimed the life of a man of Trial Farm. Love News understands that a little after 10 Tuesday night, 37-year-old Daniel Humberto Reynoso was heading home on his bicycle on San Lorenzo Road when, upon reaching the corner with Hummingbird Street in Trial Farm, a block away from his house, it's alleged that he hit the edge of a culvert and fell into a wide drain. We visited the scene of the incident, where we spoke with Santos Novello, a neighbor who assisted Reynoso Tuesday night.
My son told me that a man had fallen into the drain and he was drowning. But my daughter-in-law had told us already that she saw someone fell into the drain, so my son was looking in the culvert. When we got there, we saw a man in the culvert and he was crawling in the water, but he dropped his head into the water, and that is when my son jumped to help him. So my son and another man pulled the man out and put him by a lamppost. The water in the drain was filled with blood. I understand he fell at one of the end of the culvert and he could not get out from there and was making it through this end. We laid the man there and no one knew who he was, but one of the neighbors said he knew him and therefore went to inform his family, and sisters came to get him.
So far, police investigations indicate no foul play, but relatives believe that Daniel Reynoso did not die in an accident. We spoke with Reynoso's father, Cesar Pineda, who told us that when he found his son in the drain, he saw no blood stain or flesh on the metal rods inside the drain that would indicate his son sustained wounds from them. In addition, he says the bicycle Daniel was riding had blood, which tells him his son was injured before he fell into the drain.
Mi sospecha mía es que no es y no es.
My suspicions are that my son didn't die as a result of wounds from rods in the culvert, that he was attacked, that he was killed. He always drinks, but he can still make it home without injuries, and last time he was not drinking. I think this case needs to be brought to justice and properly investigated. The police needs to do its job the way it's supposed to be.
The neighbor who assisted Reynoso out of the drain said he did not see what kind of injuries he had.
I did not see his injury, as he had his face down in order to take out the water that he might have swallowed while under the culvert. His sisters and other relatives took him out because he was a big man.
Cesar Pinedo says he knows of no person who would want to harm his son.
Yo no creo que tal vez tenía enemigos afuera.
I don't think he had enemies, but it may be that he was killed for his money, because we didn't find his wallet on him. So I believe that my son did not die in the drain, he was killed.
Second in charge of Orange Walk Police Formation, Inspector Selvin Tillett, says that police investigation continues into the matter, but so far, no foul play is suspected.
The gentleman, apparently he was under influence, apparently, riding a bicycle, fell in the drain in San Lorenzo, was inside. He was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Post-mortem conducted revealed that he died from hypovolemic shock, injury to right lung and pericardium sac, injury with steel rod, according to a doctor.
Daniel Humberto Reynoso was a construction worker of Trial Farm and leaves behind a wife. Reporting from Orange Walk for Love News, I'm Arturo Cantun.
26-year-old Leonard Lewis of Sunflower Street has been served with a notice of intended prosecution. Shortly after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, Lewis was driving a green Geo Tracker on Central American Boulevard when he hit 23-year-old Julio Escalante, who was riding his bicycle. Escalante was transported to the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital, where he is listed in a critical but stable condition.
He's just a baby, and tonight a 2-year-old boy is facing the possibility of losing his life if he does not get life-saving surgery. And his family is looking to you, the general public, to help in saving their loved one. Love TV's Maria Novello has the heart-touching story.
This is 7-month-old Danielle Estelle. Ordinarily, a baby like this should be up and about exploring the whole new world around him, but baby Daniel is in dire need of a life-saving surgery to replace his liver. Estelle was born with a rare liver condition called biliary atresia, and he is in a fight for his life. That is why his parents are turning to the general public for assistance. Marlene Spain is the baby's grandmother.
Well, baby Daniel was born, as you all know, with a biliary atresia, a disease that is rarely found. One out of 15,000 kids are born with it. It's normal, right? And at this time, he's in Los Angeles Children's Hospital awaiting a liver transplant. But the problem is he doesn't have a insurance, and that's what's keeping the liver transplant from happening, you know. So right now, some friends interview his mother in Los Angeles, and they had it on Facebook, and we're asking for the public support, you know, in donating this money for this liver transplant.
The stumbling block that is preventing baby Daniel from undergoing the life-saving surgery is money. As a patient with no insurance and a family with normal means, baby Daniel is unable to come up with the over close to $1 million needed to save his life. At 2 months old, Daniel has undergone a battery of tests and is receiving interim treatment. His family has carried out many fundraising drives, but are not even close to reaching the targeted $350,000 US to undergo the transplant. Spain says the financial assistance is desperately needed to save the baby's life.
He is in the hospital. When he was 2 months old, he got a surgery in Merida, which they attach a tube from his intestine to the liver. But when he got the that operation, his liver has already had cirrhosis. The doctor says as long as he gets the liver transplant, he can survive and live a normal life.
Okay, and how much is needed for the transplant?
But this time they're talking about $350,000 US.
Biliary atresia is a blockage in the tubes that carry liquid called bile from the liver to the gallbladder. The condition is congenital, which means it is present from birth. The only 2 treatments for this disease are the Kasai procedure, which baby Daniel has gone through already, and secondly, a liver transplant, which he is in dire need of at this present time. If you would like to assist baby Daniel in having a chance at a normal life, you can make monetary contributions to the Belize bank account number 1882. Reporting for Love News, I am Maria Novella.
Nobody really knows what the actual cause is for biliary atresia. The only thing we know is that it can be treated. The encouraging news is that most of the babies who are treated in time grow up and live normal lives. Presently in Los Angeles, California, baby Daniel Estelle is being treated at the Children's Hospital, where he is in a stable condition, but just for a short period of time due to his chronic and progressive nature of the liver disease.
This news broadcast comes to you from Love Television. Still to come, a look at regional and weather news. We'll be right back.